Francis. I'm with Element 304 Printing and Miniatures. I do everything 3D printed, but I try to be a little different and stand out from some of the other printers you see. Of course, we do the articulated prints and the colorful things that everyone expects, but then we also have more of an artistic side to what we do. If you keep going around here, of course, the "and" miniatures of our name is for all of our resin printed 3D miniatures for all of your D&D campaigns and things like that. We have thousands of designs in our library. We just bring a kind of assortment to the shows with us to show people what we can do in the super high detailed miniatures like our Game of Thrones ones we have here, or just our generic high fantasy that we have scattered about. One of our big focuses lately has been these kind of flat decorative art prints, things in anime and video games, and in our horror and TV and movie prints. Of course, I have mine here signed by Paul Niemeyer, who was behind us at Final Boss Con. I'm super proud of this. And what got started really were all of our art prints, all of our busts. We do nice metallic finishes, sometimes little extra pops of color on them, and all sorts of things that I personally find interesting, from different horror and video games, and just things that I take an interest in. Of course, Star Wars. I have the X-Wing wedding ring on right now, so I have to represent that. As you keep going, we do some custom work, like our giant skull of skulls that we had down here, our dice towers, of course, we're a partner with local game shops in our area. And down here are some of my favorites. We call them Pokemon hexes. They are wall art that you put like a command strip behind, and they interlock and make different designs. Pick your favorite, the first 151 or even Generation 2. I did have more weapons available earlier, but we do a large cosplay, quality replicas like Frostmourne here from World of Warcraft. And speaking of that, our large resin statues and pieces as well. We're here really for a dual purpose. Not only to promote our business and our art, but also we are hosting our own convention in September down in Hurricane, West Virginia, called Hurricon. It's 2 days. We have an entire park booked out, indoor and outdoor stages, actresses and actresses coming in from Star Trek: The Next Generation and The Office and Resident Alien. And the best part of all is the benefit for the American Cancer Society. So 100% of every ticket sold and every fundraise goes directly to them for their work in our region, Ohio and West Virginia. So we're extremely just proud to be a part of that and be able to just promote that to the people here at Final Boss Con. And of course, for me, you can always find my works on Facebook at Element 304 Printing and Miniatures. It's a little, blue logo you'll see. Actually, our profile picture is Frostmourne here, the head of the hill on that. And for Hurricon, you can find that at Hurricon, HURRICON WV.